Can you see that my face is quite bright now? Now if I move and walk into this shadow, your image should become quite a bit darker and underexposed. So maybe what you can do on your cell phone is change the option and make it more overexposed to compensate for the shadow and get information out of my face. Kirsten, another thing that you have to look out for when you're filming on your cell phone is spaces of shade and spaces of light. You either want to shoot in complete light, in complete bright, or in complete shade, because the camera can't generally deal with it on transition. So you don't want to have a shot half shade and a shot half light. So now that this cloud's moved over, it's completely in shade here, so we can move around anyway. But you've got to be careful if the sun comes out that you're not moving into spaces of shade, because the camera can't deal with that and it doesn't know what's important and what to film.
So overexposure is when there's too much light. I can either take it down on my phone, or I can go somewhere where there is shade.
Yes, Nandi. And underexposure means that there's not enough light. So you need to get more lighting, or you need to increase the exposure on your phone.
Okay, so we've learned a lot about how to shoot outside. What about shooting inside?
Well, I can tell you, but it's best that I show you. Let's go inside and see what happens.
Hi guys, so we're here in my friend's room to come learn more about lighting. So Gina, we've spent a lot of time learning about lighting outdoors. What about the really tricky situations, like indoors at night and outdoors at night?
Okay, one at a time. What kind of lighting do you want to talk about first?
Like, I tried videoizing my mom the other day, and she was just dark. She was on her bed and I was right in front of her.
And this was this during the day or at night?
It was late-ish. It was the sun had come down.
Okay, see, the reason I ask so many questions is that you need to know what your light sources are. If it was during the day, then you would have to open up all your curtains. And by curtains, I mean you need to open them wide open, including the lace behind them, right? And you need to make sure you get as much light into the room as possible. So turn your lights on, even the overhead light. I know it's during the day, but it helps a lot. Try and make sure that your mother is sitting away from the window, but that her face, half her face, is getting sunlight, like indirectly from the side. Side lighting is beautiful because you don't want the harshness of the sun to be dead on her face, because then her image would appear blurry on your phone. If you guys were shooting at night like you said you were, again, you'd have to use every single light source that you can think of. This time we have no sunlight, right? So again, turn the lights on overhead. You have any lamps at home?
Yes.
Quite a few lamps. Put all those lamps in that room and switch all of them on. Also, it helps to use mirrors to bounce off light so that you can get more of a warm feeling in a room. See, the thing about mirrors is that they've got reflection. So if you've got one light source and your mother's sitting behind it or in front of it, again, be careful of putting light source behind your mom.
So I shouldn't put the lamp behind my mom?
No, because it's going to make your mom appear darker than she naturally is, because the light is coming in from the back.
So side is best? Side
is always best. If you can, use the mirror to bounce the light from the front so that it hits her face softly.
How do I do that?
Just put your lamp on the side, get that side lighting going, put the mirror behind you, but make sure you're not standing in its view, and then you're going to have a two-way light from the side and the front.
I always thought that you should avoid shooting in the evening. Are there any tricks to shooting outside at night?
Well, the thing about shooting outside at night is that it gets very tricky, but there are ways of getting around it. The first one would be to use your car headlights. These work exceptionally well because you can get to see the person. Remember, the camera on your phone doesn't function the same as your eyes. Your eyes are naturally stronger than what the lens can see. So you need to make sure that if you're going to videoize someone outside, that there is enough lighting to get their image on the screen and you can see it clearly. That's what you use car headlights for. If you don't have a car, you can go stand under a street lamp, for example. Go to a tavern or a sports shop where you can stand outside and use their lighting. You could even use a torch.
So any light source in here I can just put around what I want to film?
Yes, just make sure that what you see on your phone is as clear as you want other people to see it.
Okay, so it's really not as hard as what I thought it was?
Not at all. There are ways to get around everything these days. So basically guys, what I'm doing here is using the light on the ceiling with a mirror to bounce off Nandipa's face, because that's the only light source I have.
I get it now. It's all about information. Your camera is not like your eyes. It needs more light to see.
Bingo!
So for all of you at home, take out your camera and practice your lighting skills.
Until next time, be a cell phone CJ.